I'm a registered Leech Lake Pillinger Band of Ojibwe. I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the only reservation I ever lived on was White Earth Band of Ojibwe. But I feel like we all have the same issues and the same problems that need to be fixed, because unfortunately we're not all exclusive members of our reservation. Our identity needs to be reintroduced, because for 5 centuries it's like they made it their goal to try to extinguish that and make us what they are. But I've always felt the need to speak for what I know is right and what goes unspoken. Listen to what the people before me have lived, to know firsthand knowledge of what happened. Speaking with my grandparents always helps me find my way back to my roots, puts me in a place where I know I'm supposed to be. We need to make our circles strong now so that when it is our turn, we'll be ready to take our place. Being the race that is below the poverty line in America is what no Indigenous person can escape. This is not where we come from, the people we grew up with, our family and friends. It is one thing to address our standing point to society, it is another to address it to ourselves. There was a time when we had what we needed and gave it back, a time where we helped each other up and never tore them down. Those times are gone now. We've learned from the best of how to treat each other that way. You need to know where you come from. Protect this land, for it is your home. Protect your kids, because they're what we got. This is not what our ancestors gave their life for, and now they go unremembered. I know they do, because we showed it with our new actions in ways that have been forced upon us. We are strong people. No one can make us believe that we're not but ourselves. We take real miracles for granted, like when a child is surrounded by drugs, alcohol, and abusive environments and chooses an education. That's a real miracle. And in my case, we get torn down. The dynamics in our community are so complex that when an Aboriginal tries to tell a small piece of what the normal like is within our community, people can only fathom what that might be like. Fathom because they'll never be able to live it. This land is our home, and yet we are the most foreign. You need to know where you come from. The daily battles that our youth has to face, it goes unheard, it goes unjustified, and goes unknown. We get the worst of both worlds from our own and the immigrant society. No one can truly understand how it feels. No one can fully understand where we're coming from unless they've been there themselves. It's been a part of us for so long that we know no other way. And it will always be a part of us, no matter what way we choose to go about in our life. When I listen to what happened to my grandparents in the boarding schools, I think about my own situations. You know, some teachers may agree with you when you correct the books about what they say about Indians, but all will continue to teach the same false information, how we're described so differently than they are. And when we try to change our surroundings, we get told that it'll never happen. We get shut up and we get shut down. This needs to change. We need to make our community more strong, more positive, more cultured, more like the real us. We need to make a real home for our future teachers, our future leaders, if there is to be a future. Because no matter what nation, tribe, or reservation you are, we're all in this together. The injustices inflicted upon our people didn't stop. They just became even more tricky with the actions and words used to justify it. Native Americans have undergone the worst human holocaust that the world has ever witnessed, roaring across 2 continents nonstop for 5 centuries, consuming the lives of countless tens of millions of people. In the judgment of Lenore A. Stiffarm and Phil Lane Jr., there can be no more monumental example of sustained genocide. Certainly not involving a race of people as broad and complex as this anywhere in the annals of history. When I listen to my grandpa, McEmile Gabo, talk about what he sees our people and what they become in all of our surroundings today, you can tell he's upset, but he always seems to keep his faith in us, and that's the very reason why I'm here. I love my grandpa so much, and I want him to know that his love, encouragement, and faith in me didn't go to waste. And as long as I carry that, and as long as everybody here listens, and everybody remembers, and everybody watching, I always know that I kept my promise. We can be this generation that makes us us again. All we need to do is realize that, take that knowledge that our elders want us to learn, for it is ours to have, and use it. I think I heard it. It's time for us to turn these words into action, or else what's the point of even saying them? I think I heard it best from Ben Blackout when Martin Luther King said he had a dream. But we as Native Americans, we didn't have a dream. We had a reality. It's time for our voices to be heard.